Hey guys, I'm live. Let me just do some quick edits on the webinar. Okay guys, so let's get started. Let's going. The first thing that I would talk about today is all about getting clients. We actually had a long conversation with my teammate, and he is one of my partners as well. And we came on to a conclusion. We came on to a discussion that we are not able to produce and grow the business to the level that we actually wanted to. So the reason for that, we actually tried to figure it out. And one big reason I was not available for quite a long time was that I was actually busy in a project. The project is what something you'll be really interested in. So let me just show you the current figures. Again, I am not completely the owner of the product, but yes, I am a part of the team. I am a part of this launch. I'm really close. Like one of my partner is also the uh, owner of, you can't say owner, but he has shares in the company. So this is where I was really busy in this. Let me just put it like this. So this is the place where I was really busy in. Maybe you could see my screen. You can see my screen. Just let me know. Okay. This is the revenue that we actually made. So total revenue, we made 8,800, 8,000, 800, $510. We sold today's sales, like we are having this webinar, is somewhere around $5,830. And so overall, let me just convert this numbers into INR. So because this was the project on which I was working into INR. So this is the number that we made, okay, in this 8 days launch period. It was a software launch basically. And that's the number that we made in during this process. Again, all the people who are attending this webinar, a massive shout out to you, a massive thanks to you. I'm really thankful for you to attend this webinar. So please go forward, put down your phone numbers in the chat section so that we could reach out to you to help you out and give you a free consultation call, okay? And just work around with you to understand what do you actually need. So people, please go ahead, put down your phone numbers in the chat section so that we could help you around to figure out the things to help you grow in the year 2020. Because as I have been able to grow myself in the year 2020, now it's your turn to grow in this year, okay? I basically say that 2020 is the year of opportunity. Like I've told my team members, I've told everyone, okay, 2020 is all about a year of opportunity. And if you are not grabbing down those opportunities, you are missing out a lot, okay? So this is something what I would tell you. Before going to that, please guys, please, this is my humble request. Please put down your phone number always, and don't worry, like will recordings be available? See, I don't believe in like the knowledge that we'll get on this webinar is far more important and is far more valuable than getting those recordings onto the plate. So go ahead guys, like I am all in, you also guys go all in, and let's crash this webinar. Let's make some good results over this webinar. Okay, so as usual, let me tell you where I told you I was actually busy in a launch, and we were so focused in a launch because I am not someone, okay, a lot of people would believe I am someone who sells courses, who does those stuff. No, actually I don't do any of those. First of all, I only and only manage one of my big agencies, which is for branding. We work with people who actually are looking into the industry to launch softwares. So a very quick one-liner description. Okay, I work with people who want to launch software in the Indian market as well as the international market. So if you are looking to launch softwares, any SaaS product, okay, why you send your number? Why you send your, I'll not send my number. Even it is very easy to get my number if you're a part of my WhatsApp group. The reason I'm asking for people's number is that my team would get on a call with you because you are actually available on the call. It is very important that we should also reach out to you for feedback, to help you around if you're having some issues, anything like that. My team always works around with people. So you have any problems, my team always works to give you a solution to that. Okay, so please feel free to share our numbers so that we could turn on the things. Okay. So again, this is not a really long presentation because I have stopped making presentation. Okay, so this is the big thing, that I really have stopped making presentations, long presentations basically. I've started focusing on driving values directly on webinar. So rather than doing such a long presentation, I drive value. So quick intro about myself. My name is Devrat Singh. I run an agency called B for Branding Digital Agency, Private Limited, and we actually work with people to launch products. We are also coming up with one more challenge of going $0 to $100K in less than 6 months. That's where the target is. That's where the number is, and we are already prepared to that. And the big reveal is that I've invested $4,000 in last month as well as this month just on learning. So a lot of things would be sharing here. Okay, so let's get started. First one is secret number one. We have started our agency. Okay, so I told you that I actually manage an agency. So we have started our agency with only one client and not scaled for 3 months. Okay, let me give you the time as well. So we started this agency as one person, one team member, and we did not scale it for 3 months. We just had one client. Oh, but yes, that one client was paying us a good amount. We did not scale that one client, and we had no success or growth till 3 months. We had no success or growth till 3 months. What's the reason? Why did not we scale? Any answers from you guys would be helpful. Then I'll reveal why we did not scale and why it was an important factor. I'm waiting for the answers. Okay. You were trying to set up systems and processes. You didn't have clients. Again, people are close to that, but I didn't have client was not the option because I already had a pre-established name in the industry. So for me, getting client learning stage, testing stage, because you have no client, more leads, more growth, wrong targeting parameter, proper knowledge. Okay, okay. So how to grow, proper knowledge, how to grow an agency? No. Okay, I'll tell the main reason. Uh, the three people who have hit the arrows or were very close to hitting the arrows were Mr. Sanjay Banerjee, who said you were trying to set up systems and processes. He was very much clear with that because systems and processes are the lifeline of a business, and we were doing that. Secondly, um I did not had proper knowledge of growing an agency, maybe somewhat similar because I did not had how the knowledge to grow a SaaS agency, a SaaS marketing agency. So that may be one point that we could consider. You wanted to get the best results to the client, and Amit is somewhere very close to that. So the main reason was this. Amit, yes, you were right. I wanted to give good results to my client. That was the reason I was stuck into the niche. I was trying to understand every single parameter of this niche. I was trying to understand every single thing that I can into this niche. So that's the reason number one. I did not scale up my client limits. Secondly, I did not had any testimonial. So I wanted testimonial because if I go into the industry, the person with whom I was working actually was a really good friend of mine. So for him, it was like, Devrat, whatever you come up with, I'll definitely trust in you. But what about others? What about others? So I wanted someone, okay? I wanted someone who is actually very trustable and who could give me that testimonials that I need, because testimonials are really important and they are the, let's say, the lifeline of your business. So what I did was actually I worked with someone who was really trustable with me. We worked on a project and we actually made testimonials. So people who have joined right now, a lot of people have just joined right now. Please put in your phone numbers. My team is waiting to reach out to you and have a conversation. And we are ready to share a lot of knowledge, guys. Please, I know that you have just joined. So let me know. Just feel free to share your numbers. Just feel free to share your numbers. We don't spam you at all. So feel free to share. So first thing is that you should be ready. You should be ready to work for free. You should be ready to work for free in order to get testimonials. As an agency, No one would, you were trying only one niche, so why you need a testimonial? Okay, I'll give the answer to that. People who have just joined, all the guys who have just joined, please share your phone numbers so that we could always reach out to you and help you out in your journey, in your process. So the big thing right now, the reveal is when you're working in the agency industry, the first question that you get, okay, when you get on a call with your client, they ask for the first question, Devrat, how many reviews and testimonials do you have for your client? What is the result that you have generated? Can you please share the result with us? 3, 4, 5 questions. That is my real world experience. Again, a lot of people would ask you questions. If you don't have testimonials, if you don't have results, what could you show to a client? And no one would give their ad account and would burn the money from their credit card so that you generate the result. Am I right or wrong? Do you think someone would give their credit card and their ad account and their business information just for you to have those proof, or just to give you those testimonials so you try any heck a lot of things and you generate those testimonials? No, it's not the case at all. So what I am trying to say is, when I did not have testimonials, when I did not have reviews, I worked with this client. I worked with this client for 15 days. I said, let's see what result can we bring on table. I was pretty much comfortable and the client was pretty much okay to bring it 2x ROS. What's a 2x ROS? If he puts $1 in, he makes $2 back. That's called a 2x ROAS. People who are making notes, and guys who are making notes, say a yes. And people who are not making notes, please get a pen drive, get anything, like get a phone, notebook, anything, even your laptop screen. But do it, take notes, guys. So initially, you have to focus on ROAS. What's a ROAS? Not a lot of people would talk about this, but one of the most important factor in the digital marketing industry, in the industry niche, is ROAS. What's ROAS? Return on ad spend. So if I put in $1 on ads, I should make at least $2 back. That's called a standard ROAS, a profitable standard ROAS. But in some categories, this could go up to 5x ROAS, because for 5x ROAS, which simply means that you have product cost, you have overhead cost, and all those costs. So that's why your overall revenue increases, like your overall ROAS factor really increases. Asked me for a but this was my client, so I missed him. Yes, see, Shubh Jain, let me make this chat very public. Shubh, can you please copy and paste this question again? The things that we just posted. A lot of people miss some big deals, miss some really big deals, really good opportunities when they don't have testimonials. So for the first 3 months, I went all in to work with this client. Okay, this was one of the very good names in the, and a lot of you could see Shubh's comment right now on the chats, is that he said, my first client asked me for the testimonial, but he was my first client, so I missed him. Because you missed an opportunity. How you need to tackle this? Because not every time when you work with anyone, you'll have testimonials. So this is this actual script that we actually do every time. Hey, I know that let's say Mr. Ron. Hey, Mr. Ron, we know that we don't have ROS. The reason was I was actually busy in learning. I was busy in learning the things of this industry, and I was busy daily growing my knowledge, and that's the hard reason for which I don't have testimonials. But for sure, let's do a deal. If I bring in a great results, you don't need to pay me. If I bring in some great results, you don't need to pay me. But if I bring in some great results, you have to share those testimonials. You have to share that testimonial of the money that you make, the money that you make from your own business. So that's how you need to tackle this issue. Work for free. I don't say every single time work for free. Work for free for the first 3 testimonial, but don't directly go to yes. Again, this is the don't directly go to free. This is the big mistake that people in the agency niche are doing. Like you join a group, like let's say it's a Facebook, any group like that, where all the agency owners are there. And on the first message itself, like someone says, hey, I'm ready to work with people who could bring results for, let's say, agency niche or any other niches, or let's say gyms, spas, and anything like that. You don't have an experience. And what you say is, a lot of people, hey, I'm ready to work for free. Don't even say that. Don't even say that. Always say, hey, I could just, as I'm just starting out, I could, i I would charge an amount which is feasible for both of us. If you are okay with this, let's go ahead and let's do the things up. Okay, so that's how it works. Don't say and don't ever use the word free at the first instant, because you never know, that client is like, people like us, like when we work with someone else and when we take work from someone else, we are always ready to pay that person. We are always ready to pay that person upfront. Like, we don't want to work with, is it okay to say first month is free? Yes, something's around that. So you should always have a cost associated with it. It's like narrow down when it's like you don't see that this person would never pay to you at all, then you can't continue. Obviously, don't you can't continue with that free options at all. So the biggest takeaway is that be ready to work for free or at a reduced prices, only and only to get those testimonials. Testimonials are really the backbone of any business. Only to use this client's logo on your sales page, on your landing page. So that's when, that's why I have started. Even let's say Kartar has put down that you have learned messenger chatbot development, but you approach many people, but you can't convince. Basically, you can't convince for the one reason, for the one basic reason, is that you are not ready to reduce your prices. And again, I'll do it at a very reasonable price. What's the reason? Like, they can't see that level of expertise in you. That might be a reason. So say that, hey, let me implement this stuff for you and let's see how it goes. Let me just implement it. Implementation won't cost you money for you. Once you have implemented, let me give you a takeaway here as well. When you say someone that you are implementing something, in that you get an access to have a very detailed conversation with a person. So let me give you an example of this as well. You pitch to someone, you come to me, hey Devrat, I want to work with you. I say, let's, this is for sure, let's work together. That conversation would last for, let's say, 30 minutes, 45 minutes. Like, hey, tell me what you can do at, how can you bring money to the company, how could you increase this number, how could you grow together, how can we grow together. I'll ask some questions like this, and that would be a merry 30-minute conversation. But when you work with me on a project, let's say you start uh, working on my project. So then when you work on a project with me, you will have more time to have a conversation with me because you're working on something that I really need. So that is the one way around. So what we do was, it is very, very early days, okay, somewhere around 2 years back. What I used to do was, I had to say, I'll implement this thing for completely free. And when I used to say that, people were like, oh, let's do it, let's do it, because you're obviously implementing it free. And I never used the word testimonial as well. So I told him, let's implement it for free. Then I had that longer window of conversation. That longer window of conversation simply meant that now I have more time, more ways to have a conversation with this client rather than closing him on the first instance. Anybody understood this theory? Why you need to work for free? Or either when a client says, I don't want to work for free as well, you do it at a reasonable price. And the third thing, the major reason of working with someone is to understand his business, is to understand his business psychology, is to understand his growth. Again, things like this are really, really, really important. You can't always grow with one simple method. You have to keep on tweaking, testing the things. And one more takeaway here at this point of time is, never, ever, ever talk about the price at what you could do on the call, on the first call itself. A lot of people do this mistake. On the first call itself, they talk about, hey, we do this at this price. When everyone in the industry is charging $1,000 for that, you are also doing it. Do you have a leverage to charge that price? Okay, how many of you, okay, I give you an option. Like, hey, uh, all the people watching this webinar, I want to work with all of you. Okay, I want to run ads for 1 month. I want to run ads for the next 1 month on Facebook and retargeting ads on, let's say, Google. I want to run retargeting ads. I want to get 100 sales for my new software. How many of you are ready to do that work at what cost? I'll give you a big reveal right now. So give down your cost. This is my search. Like I'm looking for someone, okay, to bring 100 sales for my SaaS product by doing Facebook ads only, and then do retargeting ads through Google. What is the price that you will charge me? I'll give you a big reveal on this. Put down me your prices. Okay, I'm ready to wait. I'm ready to wait. I'm ready to mute myself. Give your best price. Give your best price for 1 month. What is the retainer that you will charge? Go ahead. I'll give you something which would completely shock you. $0, dare to offer. Go ahead, put down your prices. भगवान मैं देने वाला नहीं हूँ, मैं शायद किसी को choose भी कर लूँ. Okay. Again, the mistakes that I'm doing I'm seeing till now is that you are not quoting me what is the result that you could bring in. See the problems that we have in the Indian industry. Guys, when I told you to put in the prices, okay, you have not told me the numbers. Like you told me just the prices. You don't told me what the values I'm looking for and how could you bring that value into the company. What I told was, I am looking to get in 100 sales. I'm ready to get in 100 sales, okay, for my SaaS product for a period of 1 month through 2 different platforms. What everyone is doing right now, they are putting down just the prices. They are not talking about the deliverables, where I had clearly specified my requirements. Do you understood the mistake? A very small test. A very small test. Again, be very creative. Try to convince me. Maybe this is something, this drill would actually help you out to understand the price psychology of a business. Do it, guys, do it. Put down your prices. How would you get, okay, you need to convince me so that I give my work to you. Okay, I need 100 sales of my software product, 100 sales of my software product this month. How much you'll charge me? I even have told you 2 platforms. Facebook ads is what I'm looking for, the first offer. And Facebook. Sarang, hit the arrow, because Sarang, you nailed it. I am really convinced with you, Sarang. Guys, everyone just have a look over the chat section. Everyone just have a look at the chat section. This is what I was waiting for. Sarang actually asked me the question when I was so very specific. When I was so very specific with my requirements, Sarang actually asked me the question, what's the average ticket price per sale? Any one of you have not asked me this question. That's what the US guys hate about us. That's what they don't want Indians. We Indians have been like, it's not a being racist. It's being the lack of knowledge that we have in dealing with the things. We never ask questions. We just put down the prices. Okay. When I said that, when I said my requirements in such a clarified way, you have not asked a simple question. Again, $0 there to offer. Shrikant, this was a direct pitch. Maybe you had given me some better options. So this was a direct pitch where you shouldn't have done this. So maybe I won't evaluate your offer because no one sees a value in the free stuff. Guys, please note it down on your piece of paper, on a piece of thing. Nobody values the price of a free stuff. Okay, please write it down in a big fold way. Nobody values the price of a free stuff. Maybe it's a free service, it's a free video, it's free anything. Nobody would ever value that at all. Remember, never do this thing. Again, don't say on the upfront. Have a complete discussion. Next thing, Sanjay Banerjee has told INR 50,000. Again, when I have quoted down my prices in dollars, never make the mistake of doing it in INR. Never ever change the currency never ever change the time zones while having the call. Redmi is also somewhere very close to that. So the big reveal, Sanjay Banerjee, here's a takeaway. Okay, do it something like this. Hey, I charge 50, it's 50,000, so somewhere around $900. Hey, I'll charge 50,000, I'll charge $900 per month, okay, giving you the results that you are actually looking for. Again, you have to be a bit specific. With that being said, I'll also help you to enhance your business through funnels and build around some super creatives that you're actually looking for, which helps you to understand your business. So again, a takeaway is that never ever change the conversion, like the language of currencies. Okay, if you say, if your client says, I want to work in 20,000, like $2,000 per month, and you told him, no, let's work in, let's say, $2,000 is somewhere around 1,520,000. So never ever change the currencies, guys. This is the mistake. Never ever let them know that you are from some other place. Okay, if you are from India, don't let them know. It's not important that from where you are. It's not ever important. Don't let them know from where you are. Always, always, always talk about the value that you could bring on the table, and try to negotiating the prices. ये हर जगह होता है यार, मतलब मैं I'll tell you, आप सब्जी मंडी में जाओगे, वहाँ पे भी, इंडिया में भी प्राइस नेगोशिएट होता है. And when you work with a big brand, okay, I work with all those big names, price negotiations will be there. It's only that how well you could craft your offer. It's only how well you could position yourself to back that client up. So this is something which is important to understand, which is important to learn, which is important to imbibe. So let's move on to the next part. Again, Dilraj is having some really great answers. Dilraj said $50 per month for 1 year or 10% conversion. Dilraj, here is the good thing that I liked about you. You have given me two options. What we usually do is we give clients three options. Either you go with first one, either you go with second one, either you go with third one. It's very important to give them the options. So it actually increased the conversions for us. Like when initially we had a one offer, let's say $1,500 setup fee, 10% conversion, anything like that, we were getting conversions, but we were not getting the desired conversions that we were looking at. Then we tweaked up the funnel and we gave them the options. See, buy one, get one free is something, option that can be used in the wholesale market or your big bazaars, but that can't be used in the service industry. A big example of this is whenever you buy any software, whenever you go, like let's say MailChimp, Active Campaign, Pixel Track, any software or anything like that, in the service industry, you always have 3-tier model. Point 1, point 2, and point 3, like model 1. $10, $10, $18, and $15. Why they have $10, $18, and then let's say it would be like $35, something around those numbers, is that people always, yes, Kalpana, you'll get the recording, and anyone who has just joined, guys, please put down your phone number so that my team members can reach out to you to give you the recordings as well. If couldn't deliver the bit, Redmi, I'm coming to this point. This is one of the important point. Okay, so guys, remember, there is a rule. There's a rule, okay, that you always should have options, and this is what humans like. Like, अगर आप किसी आइसक्रीम पे की शॉप पे जा रहे हो, guys who have just joined, please put your numbers, okay, below. If you have just went to an ice cream shop and you were given just one option, will you buy that ice cream? Okay, what's your answer? Will you buy that? You just have one option and you don't like that option. Will you buy that? The answer is no. The answer is a big no. Because humans love options. आप किसी कपड़े की शॉप पे जाते हो, you went to a clothing store and you just have one option. You'll never buy it. Same goes with the service industry, because service industry, SaaS industry, any industry you talk about should have options. So what we give people, okay, let's say we give a website proposal as well. We give them an option of just a website. Then we gave them an option of website plus maintenance. Then we gave the third option, website plus maintenance plus consultation. These are the three options that we give to a business owner. So it's important that you have this price factor in place. So how many of you are totally loving the webinar as of now, till this point of time? Like till this point of time, how many of you are loving this webinar? So a lot of people are loving the webinar till now. Uh, so many of you are loving the webinar till now, guys, because I have not did the webinar from last 1.5 months. I was really sorry. I was working on something very important, and that's why I am extremely sorry to did not present the stuff here. Again, so let's move on. Let's move on. Can you hear me completely? Am my voice clear? Everything is clear? Yes. Okay, so let's move ahead. Let's move ahead. So that's the reason why we do not have scaled our client, why we do not have scaled our client base, our numbers, our anything at all. So what we actually did, okay, maybe my screen is blurred. I'm really sorry for that because there's some background stuff happening. So let's just completely ignore it. Focus on what I'm saying. Focus on what you are listening again. So what happened was that we did not scale only and only because we wanted those testimonials. Because we were already known in the industry, it was, again, a lot of people would say this is not a big deal for you, Devrat. Yes, it was a big deal for us because whenever we started as a new agency, so Before Branding was a new agency which was started as my side gig, as my side project. So as this was not much known, I had to do something else. This is what I did actually. So the next stuff is why we had no success and no growth till 3 months. We did that because we were actually super busy in building our processes, in building our systems. Now, what are the processes and systems of an agency? Let's say if our client is looking for some else offer, like an offer which is completely different that we can't offer him. Okay. What we'll do is we don't have any process in place to fulfill that offer. So for that specific reason, we started working on the systems and processes. How are the SOPs will work? How are the systems would work? How the things gonna work? We started doing that stuff. Part one of system. Guys, if you are writing anything, like you are making notes, please can anyone put it down? Are you writing notes? So write this 3 pointers, okay? Every agency consists of 3 parts. Please write it down on a piece of paper, on a notepad, anywhere you are doing. Anywhere you are doing, write it down. Again, my screen is back after a long while. So write it down, please. Every agency consists of 3 parts. Part 1, okay, is client acquisition. Okay, or basically, let's make it very simple. It's getting client. Every company needs, or every agency is basically the one-man stuff, or the major thing that every agency needs is getting clients. Okay, note it down, just put 1. Once you note it down, just put 1. Okay, when you note it down with the first step, every agency needs client. That's process 1. Step number 2 in this journey of business growth, in this journey of our industry, once you get client, the next step, okay, the next step is fulfillment. The next step is always fulfillment. You got the client, you have to fulfill the things that you need. The third thing of an agency is management. Once one client completes this process of getting, like, coming from any place and getting onto your like business, let's say from coming in, getting clients to the fulfillment part, he's getting the result. Okay, again, this can be broke down into multiple small sequences. You could again note it down. So if you have noted down first point, okay, let me just put my face in focus. Basically, I'm addicted to myself. Maybe you could say that. So let me just So that again, I'll show with finger movement so it's easy to understand. Okay, pin my video. Okay, so guys, if you have written point number one, okay, is getting clients. Write here point number two. Okay, if you see my hands movement into your video or somewhere else, in between these 2 points, point number one, point number two, there are multiple steps. Okay, there are multiple steps. So I'll give you the steps in that. First of all, you should have an outreach process. OUTREACH, outreach process. So what's the outreach process basically? Outreach processes is basically you have an automated way of getting clients. That's called an outreach process. So in outreach processes, you get clients, okay, on an automated mode, and this process is called like you have emails, you have different ways to get clients on automated mode. That's called the outreach processes. We have good outreach process. What we are working on is making great outreach processes where me and my partner would no more need to sign in every day to our client's account, would need to check out our Slack, Skype, or anything like that while growing our business. So that's where we are into focusing. We are making the things very, very, very automated. That's point number one. Point number two, like again, that's a big point. Outreach is an important part of any agency. Even when you do the outreach, there is a second part, is the sales call. Okay, the sales and the closing. Like आपने 100 लोगों का मैसेज किया in the outreach process, that's good. How many are you able to close? How many are you able to close? That's really important point. That's important point. So then the point number two, after you do the outreach, is closing. Again, guys, my big revelation, the thing that I learned after paying thousands of dollars and losing money in my business, okay, प्लीज गाइस अपना फोन निकाल लो, अपना जो है दीवार है अगर तुम्हारे सामने तो उस पर लिख के रख लो, कहीं नोट डाउन कर लो, स्टिक कर लो. An Indian can't sell to a US guy or a local business very easily. The major factor for this is again यार I am guys from Mumbai, so मेरी थोड़ी सी pronunciations नहीं मतलब मैं मुंबई से तो I am a bit used to the language here. The word is called कटी है. So हर एक यूएस के किसी ना बंदे, हर एक यूएस के किसी ना किसी बंदे ने कि इंडिया वालों से कटी है. End of the day, like someone from India have cheated one business owner from US. That's the biggest thing that I've learned in the journey. So their acceptance, okay, their acceptance to work with Indians is very, very, very low. Again, do you want to know how to tackle this? How to get closings on demand? Do you want to know how to do that? If you want to know, just put in yes, I want to know, and I'll give you the reason. Like this is the biggest reason why a lot of you are getting on the calls, are getting on a client call, but you are never able to close. Is this experience happened with you? मतलब आपके साथ हुआ है कि नहीं? You get on a call, but the client says straightforward no. You had experienced that. मतलब you even say that I'll work for free, then also he says no, bhai, I don't want to work with you. A lot of time it happened with a lot of people. See, आपकी जो ये जो brown skin है ना, that's the problem. But no, that's, I was just joking. It's not the problem of your brown skin. I'm not a racist at all, but I know what actually I've experienced. See, when I work in the SaaS industry or the SaaS business, everyone here is like a family. So we have like, let's say 100 people, 200 people in the SaaS industry, and everyone know everyone else with their names, with their family. But when you work cold outreach part, like cold emailing, cold outreach and stuff like those, the big problem that you're not able to close client or get clients on demand is basically some Indians, some guy from India have cheated them. So how to tackle this? There are 3 ways to tackle this up. Point number 1, Point number one to tackle this up is have an offer that they can't say a no. That's the best way forward. Have an offer that they can't say a no. Again, there's a difference between two things. There is an offer and there is an offer stacking. Offer stacking is where you give them 100 different stuff which is useless to them. Offer is basically where you give three things but they are really useful for their business, for their growth. So never do offer stacking, always do offers. Okay. So the one point that I want to say for sure is always have a great offer that they can't say no. A great offer is not I'll work for free, but a great offer is something, hey, we'll work together to understand the reasons of why people are coming on your website and not getting the conversion. After getting the reason, we'll improve the reason and improve the conversion factor. And third thing is when we are getting the conversion approved and clients converted, we'll look into how we could scale this business. Do you have you realized the difference that I just talked about right now? A great offer is not working for free. A great offer is not working for $200 doing all sorts of work. But a great offer is really, I'll help you to identify why we are not getting the conversion. I'll work on increasing the conversion and the factors that could influence us to get more conversion. And we'll also work together to understand how to scale the number of conversions that we are getting right now. Are you satisfied with this? This is just the point number one. Having a great offer that they can't see on you. Are you satisfied? Are you cleared with this? Just say a yes. Just say a yes in the chat section. I'll be happy to see your yeses, guys. Yes, 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 yes. Don't feel shy. Don't feel shy. Okay, that's called offer stacking or giving an offer that they can't resist. The second thing, okay, that's really important for you to give to a guy. Uh, when you are an Indian and you can't do the things, is that use this very uh, uh, used line, or you would say a dialogue, is that all your five fingers are not the same. All the five fingers are not the same. There is something different, and that's why I want to work with you. With that being said, here is my offer. You want to help them understand them and realize them. Secondly, also say them, let's have a contract. Let's have a contract. Even though I'm working for free, let's have a contract for that. I'll get the contract done. Getting a contract is just 1 minute. It takes hardly 1 minute. There are ample of websites from where you'll get the done for you contracts. So the second thing is that use a dialogue. Not all five fingers are same. And then stack your offer. Stack your offer. You have to have an irresistible offer. How you will have an irresistible offer when you ask questions to your client while you are trying to understand their business. Don't say on the discovery call. What is a discovery call? Discovery call is the first call with your clients. So on the discovery call, don't say I can do this. Okay, it doesn't matter what you could do. Okay, whatever you are doing is valuable to their business or not. That's really important. See, never Redmi has just put down email or phone call if we are Indian to acquire Indian clients. Be your number in Indian, doesn't matter. Never ever share your phone number. Always share your Skype ID. Always can be connected on Messenger and have much conversation on email. Don't ever share your phone number. वो easily +91 देख के identify कर लेंगे. They are smart enough. And don't even try to uh, fool them up. Yeah, like these guys have already been fooled with a lot of Indians. Please don't even break their trust. Yeah, you can't deliver the things. Don't work with them because that eventually would cost create a problem for someone else. They'll lose that trust completely on people. Never ever do that. Okay? If you can't, if you aren't able to serve them, don't work with them. This is my straightforward thing. अगेन किसी को अच्छा लगेगा, किसी को बुरा लगेगा. जिसने अभी भी ज्वाइन किया वो प्लीज फोन नंबर डाल दो गाइस, बहुत हेल्पफुल होगा. Everyone who has joined just now, have not even put down phone numbers. Either you are a girl who's feeling shy to share their phone numbers, but my team members are not that boys who are just looking for girls' phone number. They are already settled. So again, leaving one. So again, you know who's the guy who's single. So so let's move ahead. So the next thing is that don't even try to work around the things. Okay. Rajan, a lot of people are saying, laughing on you. Sorry. Oh, you got the name. So Rajan is a single guy of our team. So the next big thing, the third thing, that is something you could always do to close the clients. Hear it very wisely, hear it very clearly. Can't stress this more. Is do a partnership with other white person. Do you know what? Sorry, I just got lost for a minute, for a second, because of my Wi-Fi stuff. Okay, but we are back. Can you hear me loudly, clearly, like in a very good tone? Just say a yes in the chat section if you could hear me very well. If you could hear the things. Is there any issues? If there is any issues, let me know that as well. Maybe I'm very clear. So now let me just share my screen. Okay. So the next thing is that the third offer, that's the third thing which is really irresistible. And if you are finding a lot of issues in closing client, is partner up with someone in US, in UK, in Canada to do the sales on behalf of you. Okay, there are a lot of places. Just being confident matters the most. Amit, yes, I really believe that confidence and everything matters the most, and the deliverables matter. But how can you deliver, bro, when they are not ready to work with you? Like that's the problem that a lot of people have. Like we have even saw like people saying to us in the initial days, like around 2 years back when we were working, people were saying like this, like I didn't want my country's money going out of my country, which is like they don't want USD to be getting paid to me like at all. So that's the big issue, and you would hear this at all. Like till date, after having getting into the business, you'll still hear it. Like I have sometimes heard that too. So the third thing is you have to learn to work around with US guys. There are a lot of websites, or either you could work around with a partner in US. Just ask him to be the sales guy, to be the face of the company in the US market. Whenever you get on a sales call, you should just have those scripts in place. Even though you are doing the fulfillment, have this white guy on the call. Say that he is the CEO of the company and I'm the guy who would run ads for you. They'll happily give you the money, and have a very good like contract and things like with this white guy, so that you get clients for your business. Guys, this is the thing that had helped me a lot. I can't show my screen, but every sales guy that we have in our team is in US market. Not being racist at all, but people in other markets are. So what you need to do is you have to hire, you have to work with someone who's already based in US, who's already based in other markets. Guys, just do this. Just do this. So how is the presentation? Are you see? Give them the percentage. Again, you would say hiring a US white guy is a big thing for you. There are people who have finished their retirement and they are ready to work for, let's say, a couple of $100. Even if your sales guy is bringing in one conversion, okay, is just bringing one conversion of someone who's just retired and you are paying him just $200 or 10% of the fee, you are getting a client on a monthly basis. That's really important to understand. And this one thing, if you're just starting out, would always help you to grow in this industry. This factor is the factor that could be the change. Okay, offer stacking. Point number one was offer stacking. Second was the dialogue that I told you. Third thing is partnering up with a US guy. Ask him to be a face of your company. How to find the sales guys from US? Yeah, what I have a no particular process in place. Sorry to say this, but we actually have a very big email list. We have a very big email list. So what we actually do is we actually send out mails. We have conversations with people, and anyone who's okay with our contracts, is okay with the percentage, with okay with the money that we want to share with them, we are ready to work with them around. So that's what we do. So guys, you remember why I don't make presentations? Because when I don't make presentations, okay, we can find it on Facebook group. Yes, for sure. If I make presentations, I stick to my presentations. When I don't make presentations, I come up with more creative ideas with a more value stack for you. The next thing, we do not have a single Indian client. 100% of our clientele is international. The big reason for this is they pay you on time. Point number one, they pay you on time. They are bounded by the contracts, and also they don't hurry up for the results on forefront. Again, exceptions added to it, asterisk. Like a lot of people have exceptions to this. Like not everyone is same. But what we have found out is that rather than charging 50,000 month in India, we'll charge $1,500. Okay, 50,000 months in India. Rather than that, we'll charge $1,500 in US. Price not a matter at all, but we'll have less work and more money rather than India, less money and 100 times more work. Not being racist at all, but in Indian mentality, people don't think of long-term things like LTV of a customer, the lifetime value of a customer, the money that they could bring in from the leads that they got now. Again, you guys are watching this webinar right now. For me, it doesn't matter how many people I have conversations from, or I get them buying my product. For me, the important factor, okay, for the growth and for everything, like for me, is how many leads I'm getting from my business, how many people are getting into my funnels, into my leads list. That's really important for me. So that's why we have our 100% clientele international only, but again, exceptions to this added as well. We work with a specific niche. We have established ourselves in that niche. So we don't need to do a lot of outreach process for getting clients. So no single client Indian at all. The first time that we worked was an international client. Was actually based out of Frankfurt. So he was not a US client again. He was a European client. And again, from that, there was no looking back. We have been growing every single day. Third secret, we don't work for every niche. I told you right now, and we only work with SaaS companies and affiliates throughout the world and charge. Again, why sticking to a niche? What this secret key tells you, sticking to a niche is really important. Sticking to a niche is really important for a very, very, very big reason. Of like sticking on a niche is you become an expert. You have a testimonials, and then you could close easily people of that niche because you talk in their language. There's a thing called walk and talk. So if you could walk and talk in their language, it's something what you could always need to work upon. Okay, you should always know the walk and talk of their business. As a marketer, you will say conversion, but as in business, you don't need to say conversion. You have to say getting clients for your business. We talk about it's a conversion on our Facebook ads event, but it's a business, it's client for their business. So talk in their language. Have you understood the reason of walk and talk? What's walk and talk basically? You have to walk and talk in their business language. You will say conversion, Conversion is something. 2 different niches is good to go. 3 different niches is good to go. Again, if you're not trying, you'll never understand what's the best performing niche for you. You'll never understand what's the best performing niche for you. So again, to all the people who had just attended live like this webinar right now, okay, how was your experience, guys? Again, just being sure with you. How many of you are a part of 60-day Master Marketing Challenge, and people who are not a part of Master Marketing Challenge? People who are a part of Master Marketing Challenge, just put 1. People who are not a part of 60-day Master Marketing Challenge, just put 2. 1 part of Marketing Challenge, 2 not part of Marketing Challenge. Okay, so there is a mixed result. So guys, just wanted to tell you, people who have just voted for 2, okay, you know this, the value that I just provided on this call. This is the exact same webinar that was actually done. This webinar was actually done for people of 60-day Master Marketing Challenge. This is the value that they get in 1 hour. And again, after having this so much value in the 1 hour period, they get to ask me a lot of questions. So this is the exact copy of the webinar. Like, this is not the copy even as well. I actually gave you the access to the live webinar. People who are watching the recording as well, guys, this is something that we actually offer in our course, 60-day Master Marketing Challenge. Again, anyone who wants to have a knowledge about 60-day Master Marketing Challenge can always message on this number, 72619 55027. The guy name is Mr. Rajan. Message this guy, okay? You'll understand everything about this program. Go and message it right now. You know the value that I just shared on this call, how important it was, okay? So people who have just voted for 1, ask your questions. Now, what are the questions that you have after this webinar? How do you want to go? And guys who have voted for 2 as well, you also ask your questions. Let me help you to resolve all the questions that you are having in your mind of growing your agency. Okay? Offer starting, learn offer starting, stacking. It's not important that you do the sales. Again, एक pitch मारता हूँ. There's a small pitch. After that pitch, let me share one of the things that could easily help you out to scale the things to the next level. That's what I have learned from someone. I paid $200,000, somewhere around that amount. Okay, ready? क्या मैं सर पिच मार सकता हूँ सर और मैम? क्या मैं आपको 60 डे मास्टर मार्केटिंग चैलेंज के बारे में बता सकता हूँ और उसके बाद एक काफी बड़ा चीज शेयर कर सकता हूँ जो कि आपकी ग्रोथ के लिए इंपॉर्टेंट है, which is really important for your growth, which can be always helpful if you are someone who don't want to get results but you want to make money. Like, you want to get, you don't want to get stuck to your computer dashboard screen. You want to bring in results for your client, but you don't want to work and you want to make money. Very simple. मतलब आपको काम भी नहीं करना पड़े, आप पैसे भी बनाओ और आपके clients को result भी आए. So this is something. Let me tell you about 60-day Master Marketing Challenge. That's point number 1. Once we complete that, till that moment of time, put down all your questions that you have in mind. Point number 2, once we complete that, I'll share this specific secret with you. Okay, so let me move on. Here is my screen. So what 60-day Master Marketing Challenge? Okay, so let me head over to the specific page. What you have to do is just type in devratsingh.com/go into your let's say whatever browser or stuff you are using. You have to click on that. Let me just put it down in chat section as well. Okay, and you have to use code INDIA all in capital to get 50% discount. Okay, so let me talk about this program, this thing, and after that let me share the secret that we have. So use code INDA to get 50% discount. I'll pause the recording, okay, for all the people. and then we'll head back the recording because this would be uploaded in my course. So I don't want them to go through this pitch. So let me resume the recording. Okay, guys. So I just started the recording once back again. Anyone who's on the verge of getting into the course? Sorry for that. Okay. Again, if you are on the verge of anything doing like this, okay, if you want to get in the course, get into it. Like that's the best way forward. Okay. Now I was here. Okay, I was here to give you one big benefit, and that we supposed to I was supposed to tell you after the call itself. Okay, so after this pitch, small pitch. So I want to know how many of you were actually listening to me, and do you know what I told that I'll tell after the call? Something what we discussed to do after the call, after the small pitch. Okay, can anyone remind me? Anyone can remind me that what we were supposed to share after the call, after the small pitch? Let me just yes, two things. What the sorry, yeah. What was that two things? Can anyone remind me? This is just a test of your attention. Maybe it would take time for you to write in the chat section. A pitch? Pitch for what? Yep. So Vipul Chawda just nailed the things. Oh, sorry, yeah, I am facing this issue. So Vipul Chawda just nailed this thing, and he actually remember what I actually told. So the best way. Sorry, yeah, I don't know what's happening right now. So the best way to get results for your client. Yeah. Sorry. Even after not doing a lot of work, is by simply white labeling. Has anyone heard this term? White label. Video started here. White label. No. Sorry. White label. WHITELABL. I'm really sorry, guys. Something is happening right now. So white label. White label is simply where you get someone to do your work on behalf of you. You get someone to do the work on behalf of you, and you pay him XYZ cost, which means, let's say, there's a guy in my network. There's a guy in my network named as Gaurav. Gaurav is someone really great in bringing results for e-com client. Okay, there is Gaurav. Gaurav is someone really great in bringing results for e-com clients. The thing that I'll do is I'll reach out to Gaurav. I'll fulfill my list. So I'll get as much partner I can for the e-commerce industry. I know that I can't bring results in the e-com niche. So I'll hire Gaurav. Gaurav to bring results for e-com. So when I'll hire Gaurav, his main work is bringing result. That's called white labeling. White labeling. My work is bringing in more clients. Again, this is a way how people in US and all those guys who are 6-figure, 7-figure agency owners are doing. They never do the work on their own. but they actually outsource all the work. Okay. So they actually outsource all the work. So the reason they do that, it's for they don't want to get into just getting stuck with their results on screen, called as ads manager results or ads result. They really want to focus on the growth side of their business. So how they do it? They do it by white labeling the services, white labeling for people who are already experts. So the best model forward is you get clients from specific niches. The next thing that you need to focus is getting the result. For getting the result, you hire people. Uh, you hire people who are good in delivering those results to your customer. So this is called white labeling of service. In US, this is a model that's really prevalent. That's really everyone is doing. Again, so guys, this was a good presentation. Maybe it because of my hiccups, I am not able to do that, and I'm trying all the things that I'm getting on my chat section, and I'm trying all sorts of ways. But again, this is something which is not planned, unplanned, but I cannot do that. Like you cannot control your body at all, but you may find a turnaround for that. So this is an example of a live video that we have in course. If you want to enroll in course, the links are there, devratsingh.com/go. 7,000, not a big investment, not pushing at all, because this course is for my enrolled members. And my enrolled members, if you have any questions, you get any doubts, any queries, always feel free to message me out on Skype. You know where I am. So always feel free to message me out. That's pretty much it, guys. Sorry for the hiccups. My team members would always give you a call. To all the people who have just submitted their emails, don't worry. Keep learning, keep growing, and keep investing in yourself, because the more you invest, the more are the chances to grow from them. Thanks a lot. Have a great day. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. See ya bye. See ya bye. Thanks, thanks for attending.